I might have a problem. This is my graveyard of projects that have been forgotten, so let's just go over them really quickly. This is my scrapbooking. I might get 1 or 2 spreads done, but there is so much I really need to sort through in this because I know for a fact that there are papers and such in here from trips that I did 5 years ago, and I definitely don't remember them, so I need to actually sort that. This is where I put all of the clothes that I either need to mend or modify. So there's a sweatshirt that has the cuff fraying, a dress that I'll never wear in hot pink, a stuffed animal that the knitting started disappearing somehow. I honestly don't know how. These are from, I went to Joann's twice as they were closing. Hair ribbons so that I can, and clips, so I can make little clip-in hair bows. A sewing project that I haven't started, and then this jacket that I actually thrifted last year for my Halloween costume. Who was I? What's her name? Lydia Dietz from Beetlejuice. I got a little leather jacket, I thrifted it, and there was holes in the lining, and so I finally, not quite a year later, finally started mending it. I'm not gonna be finishing all of these in this video, that is far too much, but I want to at least make a dent because if I'm being honest with myself, I'm not going to stop collecting crafts. And this doesn't even include all of the extra yarn that I have in my yarn stash. I'm feeling a little bit better today, but very tired. So I'm going to do a little bit of a low energy activity, which is sorting through all of my scrapbooking stuff. This I actually packed when I moved. And that was in 2023, so it's been 2 years, and I have not opened it since. I have zero idea what's in here. There's also multiple bags of stuff in here that I need to sort. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 piles of keep, maybe, and then recycle. Because there are so many pieces of paper and tickets and all that stuff in here. There is no way that I'll be able to actually scrapbook it all. I'm barely being able to actually keep up with what I am collecting now, let alone going through the backlog. Okay, how do people store cards? Because I love cards. I love keeping them. But this is not a solution. It's the I voted sticker from 2021. I'm gonna keep some of my scrapbooking. Okay, well, keep that. Maybe I'll put all my voting stickers there. The next year, 2022. Well, I've sorted everything. I feel a little silly. Most of the little papers that I had to organize were from 2 trips that I actually really liked. One was going to Ireland. I really didn't do any scrapbooking. There are multiple little bags of stuff that I apparently never went through, including a little bookmark I got when I saw the Book of Kells. And I also didn't apparently scrapbook a visit I made to Maine. Even though I know I scrapbooked the month, but apparently not the trip because all of the stuff for it's here. In fact, I had even gotten iron-on patches for my denim jacket that I had all my national park patches on. And apparently I also got pumpkin seeds. I doubt these are good. They're from 2020. Oh, packed for 2023. I feel a little silly, I won't lie. So I'm gonna recycle this. A lot of this is just receipts and, this is gonna sound bad, things that I don't find precious. Mainly things that are local to me, so I don't find them to be all that interesting to keep. Also, there's some things in the maybe pile that I just don't know what I would do with. Going to the Aquarium of the Pacific in Long Beach, and when you're there you can get these booklets and then go to the different tanks and do those little indentation stamps, of the various aquatic animals. And I don't want to get rid of it. I spent so long running around the aquarium trying to get all the stamps. Yes, it is a kid's thing, I don't care. It feels wrong to just throw it away, but I don't know what to do with it. I am taking the embroidery off. It said Big 5 Sporting Goods. I got it for free at a race that I was in, and honestly, I'm never going to wear it as long as it has those words on it. So I'm going to take that off. I've done most of it, as you can see. What I've been doing is using this scraper. It's just a blade in there, and I go over on the back and just kind of hack it, essentially. And then once it's almost completely hacked away, I go to the front and I got this seam ripper and I just start pulling out the threads from the front. Now, this is the first time I've done this, so you can kind of see that I might have been a tad aggressive at the beginning. But again, it was a free hat, so there's not really much at stake here. So now that I have all my scrapbooking stuff organized, I'm going to actually scrapbook. This is not something that happened in the way past, which is what I was mostly actually sorting through. This is something that actually happened maybe 2 weeks ago. I went to see My Chemical Romance when they were doing a show at Dodger Stadium. And so they gave this out to everyone in the audience. It was to vote. So in our case, it was the Dodger dog, which apparently is famous. I've never heard of it before because I don't watch baseball. And then they made a language. So it doesn't mean anything in any language, but this is apparently the language that they came up with. So I'm going to somehow figure out how to incorporate this, even though it's a lot larger than my scrapbook. I was given this because of where our seats were. We were on the floor. So I'm also going to incorporate that somehow. And this is the last thing I actually got from the concert itself. It was one of those little fan projects. So this one is just a little heart. It says, "Hold over your phone flashlight during I Don't Love You." And it was very cute seeing the stadium have pink flashlights throughout the entire audience. It was really cool. There was another fan project that I did not get paper for, which I'm a little sad about, but it was really cool to have everyone kind of come together and do that. And then this is some of the other stuff that I have that I think I'm gonna somehow incorporate. This feels, I don't know why, maybe because it's black, but it feels emo, so I'm gonna figure out a way to work it in. Wait, there's other stuff in here than letters? Which now I'm gonna have to figure out a way to work it in. What could I work in? I think the hearts would work. Ooh, you know what? Maybe these guys. Because they had someone on the screen like writing in a notebook the whole time, which I don't know what that is in reference to, but this does remind me of that. I really should actually look through things that I buy, because I got this just for the letters and I've never gone through it. So here's the problem that I'm running into. I cut out this from the little voting thing, but I forgot that it was double-sided and in the same spot. So I don't want to glue it in because then I'm not going to be able to see the other side. So I think I'm going to create a pocket of some kind with this paper. Maybe put a sticker there to remind me that there is something in said pocket. Maybe I can also hole punch it or something so that it can't escape, because I don't want to lose it. I need to do now to finish this is go over this in pen and print out some pictures. I was going to do another spread, but because my glue stick is dried out, which is my fault, and I used tacky glue instead, which has a great hold, but obviously takes longer to dry than a glue stick. I don't want to flip the page to work on another spread today. I made a dent, which I'm really happy with. So just to summarize all the projects, I finished fixing the lining on my leather jacket, which I'm super excited about because now I can actually wear the leather jacket. And I've been wanting to wear it for a while, but I didn't want to make the rip worse. So now I can actually wear it, which is super exciting. I finished taking out the embroidery of a baseball hat that I have. Finished sorting out all of the scrapbooking stuff that I had. Also, that just really, I don't know, lifted a weight off of my scrapbooking shoulders, I guess, because I thought there was going to be a lot more spreads that I had collected for that I had never done, but actually there wasn't that many. And I also, speaking of which, did a spread for an event that I went to recently so I don't get further behind. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with that. This will likely be a series because you saw that box, there's a lot more. Give it a thumbs up if you like it so I know it's not just for me, please. But if you like this video, you might see my other ones. So I have knitting, crocheting, painting, all that sort of fun stuff. And with that being said, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful and glorious week, and goodbye.